the biggest awarenesses that I have had since our wheel. And I cannot overemphasize the gratitude that I have for this, because we worked on releasing our ancestral karmas and patterns, and those voices. We did the exercise where, like your ancestors, like everybody's telling you one thing and you can't even hear yourself. And I was journeying. It was a few weeks after we went our own separate ways. And in this journey, I was thinking about my children, and I felt like I was missing them. And I felt like I was not doing enough. And I heard this voice that came out of nowhere that said, they should be grateful to you. They own you everything. That was the dream. The dream was to get out of our little town, go to the US and have our children there, right? If they can be grateful for the opportunity that they have given to not grow in poverty and things like that, they owe you everything. And I recognize that voice very clearly, because as we all know, we shifted a lot of things, and I was able to recognize my mom's voice. And I turned to her and I said, well, thank you for your input, but that is not who I am, and that is not my dream. And I realized in that moment that the reason why things were feeling stagnant in prior years, and sometimes I would feel a little lost, is because I had completed what I thought was the dream a long time ago, which was get out of that little town, have your children there, they're US citizens, and voila, right? And beyond that, like, yes, I was just sort of passing time, and I had ideas here and there, but I was just like, wow, like, it's time to really get serious about what do I want from life? Because even through all of this work and all of that, there was still that charge of that, my parents' dreams and my grandparents' dreams right there, so present. And it was so easy for me to pick it up, see it, and just be like, okay, we are complete. I no longer need that. If you wanted that, you can have that. But that is not my dream. That is not my life. And now let me reclaim my fire and let me step into what I actually came here to do. But now I am taking the time to actually sit with myself, to get very honest about who I am, where are my weaknesses, where do I need to improve, and what do I want to contribute to the world. So I wanted to just share this part, because we got to begin to think about where we're still living somebody else's dream and where we're not free yet. And that starts by being honest with ourselves about what we want and what is our actual dream. So I encourage you to do that, go through that, turn the pages, leave everything unturned in regards to getting to know you, what makes you tick, what brings you love, what brings you joy, what are your desires, what is your why, right? Is it just survival? Is it just status? Is it freedom? Like, what is it? Right? Go beyond that. This is your chance. This is an opportunity that doesn't present itself very often. And as you're beginning to dismantle and deprogram and deconstruct so many things, this is the time to be really honest with yourself. There's no right or wrong. Don't judge it. Just be honest. Right? And you don't have to share that with anyone. That's just intimate. That is for you. That is for you to know you. Right? I've heard this saying of people saying like, oh, like, don't build a life that requires a vacation from it, right? Like, live a life that is the same thing, right? Like, with your consciousness, like, live a consciousness, live your energy as something you don't need a break from, a space, a safe home for you to go there and be in your own energy, and you know it intimately. Because when you decide what it is that you want and what is the dream, it's going to simplify your life, because you're not going to be wishing somebody else's life, somebody else's journey, and being confused about what you want. Get clear about what you want and go for it.